Before civilization, before the flood, before kings wrote laws or priests etched prayers into clay, there were machines. But these were not crude or primitive. They did not grind or churn or spark with fire. They pulsed with frequency. They responded to thought. They resonated with the very harmonics of Earth and cosmos. They were ancient technologies, some visible in stone, others whispered in myth, and many still hidden beneath our feet. These are not remnants of human invention. They may be the fingerprints of something far older, something once called divine. This is Hidden Origins TV, and you're watching The Lost Technology of the Gods, an investigation into the forgotten machines, portals, and power systems that still haunt the architecture of Earth. Let's begin in Egypt. The Great Pyramid is one of the most studied structures on Earth, yet the mystery only deepens. No hieroglyphs, no tomb, no mummy, but inside, quartz-rich granite chambers precisely aligned to the stars, an internal layout resembling a circuit board, and acoustic properties tuned to resonate at 432 Hz, the natural vibration of the Earth. What was it really for? Engineer Christopher Dunn proposed a radical idea. The Great Pyramid was not a tomb, but a machine, a power plant that converted natural Earth energy through water, sound, and crystal into usable electromagnetic energy. Its subterranean chamber sat over an aquifer, allowing water to vibrate the entire structure. Granite, a piezoelectric stone, amplified this resonance. The king's chamber, with its precision-carved dimensions, served as a tuning box, sending energy up the grand gallery and out through the capstone. If true, it means ancient Egypt had access to a form of wireless, clean, renewable energy. And Egypt is just the beginning. In the Andes, high in Bolivia, lies a site called Pumapunku. Here, H-shaped stones are cut with precision so advanced that not even modern portable tools can replicate them on site. The blocks interlock with machine-like perfection, yet no written language or wheel has been attributed to the builders. Was this architecture or engineering? Some believe the stones weren't chiseled at all, but molded using ancient geopolymer techniques. Others suggest sound-based tools, vibrational cutters that sliced stone by frequency rather than force. In nearby Tiwanaku, the site is aligned to solstices, equinoxes, and star patterns. Magnetic anomalies hint at an embedded energetic grid. All across South America, from Sacsayhuaman to Ollantaytambo, we find stone blocks weighing hundreds of tons, fitted together like 3D puzzles with no mortar, immune to earthquakes and erosion. How? These structures are not random. They are tuned, engineered, possibly powered. Now let's turn east, to the ancient temples of India. The Vimanas, described in the Vedas, were flying craft used by the gods. These were not poetic metaphors. They had schematics. They described fuel, liquid mercury. They had propulsion systems, centrifugal vortex engines. They had weapons, beams of heat and light that shattered matter. Even stranger, modern scientists have confirmed that mercury-based propulsion is theoretically viable in zero gravity. And then there are the yantras, intricate geometric diagrams used for meditation and spiritual energy work. But are they more than that? Some researchers believe they encode the harmonic resonance fields needed to activate energy systems, similar to antenna patterns or waveguides. Sacred geometry wasn't symbolic, it was functional, like tuning forks for the soul, and the structure of space itself, portals, stargates, wormholes. Nearly every culture speaks of gates through which gods came and went. In Mesopotamia, the Gate of Anu was reserved for the divine. In Egypt, the Benben stone is said to have come from the stars and anchored celestial energy into the earth. In Peru, The Aramu Muru doorway is carved into a sheer cliffside, with legends saying it once glowed and transported priests to another world. What if these were real? Ancient stargates may not be myth. They may be remnants of a different understanding of space and time, accessed through vibration, geometry, and intention. Modern science is beginning to hint at wormholes, quantum entanglement, and the ability for consciousness to influence matter. The ancients may have known this long ago. These gateways were not opened by technology alone, but by alignment, internal and external. Let's examine suppressed artifacts. The Baghdad battery, a clay pot with copper and iron components, can produce low-voltage electricity when filled with vinegar. Dated to over 2,000 years ago. The Antikythera mechanism, a Greek device with 37 gears that tracks planetary movements to a precision unmatched until the 18th century. Golden flying artifacts in Colombia match the design of modern aircraft and delta-wing fighters. In Turkey, Göbekli Tepe, 12,000 years old, features pillars arranged in harmonic patterns, with evidence of astronomical calibration and possibly sonic properties. What kind of people, before agriculture, before metallurgy, built this? It challenges the mainstream narrative that civilization began 5,000 years ago. Now consider Tesla. He spoke of a world wireless system, an energy grid using the Earth's own frequency to transmit power. He built the Wardenclyffe Tower, capable of pulsing energy through the ground like a tuning fork. It was dismantled, his funding was pulled, and today we're told it's impossible. But what if ancient megalithic sites were precisely this, nodes in a planetary energy grid? The ancients didn't wire the Earth, they tuned it. Why were pyramids built across continents? In Egypt, Mesoamerica, China, Sudan, Indonesia. Why do they align to star systems like Orion, Sirius, the Pleiades? Why do they sit atop magnetic anomalies, water tables, and fault lines? Because they were part of a system, a global network, not of communication, but of resonance. And perhaps that system isn't offline, just asleep, waiting for the right frequency. Here's where it gets deeper. Symbols like the flower of life, the Sri Yantra, the caduceus, and Platonic solids appear across civilizations. These are not decorations. They are waveforms, the language of creation. Everything is vibration. Every material form is frozen frequency. If you know the frequency, you can alter the form. You can levitate. You can heal. You can access dimensions beyond 3. And if you control the frequency of Earth itself, you control reality. But this knowledge is not gone. It is encoded in myth, in symbol, in sacred site. We are rediscovering what we once knew. Tesla knew it. Walter Russell mapped it. Einstein whispered about it. And now, thousands of independent researchers, builders, and explorers are proving it. The machines of the gods weren't built with bolts. They were sung into existence, aligned to the cosmos, powered by intention and geometry, and some may still lie beneath our feet, waiting. This is Hidden Origins TV. Subscribe and share, because in the next episode, we explore the Atlantean legacy, the survivors of the cataclysm, the knowledge they carried, and the secret schools they